Good day, everybody. Hope your week has gotten off to a good start. I'm going to read the first reading from today's Mass Tuesday from the book of the prophet Jeremiah. The following message came to Jeremiah from the Lord. For thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, write all the words I have spoken to you in a book. Incurable is your wound, grievous your bruise. There is none to plead your cause. No remedy for your running sore, no healing for you. All your lovers have forgotten you, they do not seek you. I struck you as an enemy would strike, punished you cruelly. Why cry out over your wound? Your pain is without relief. Because of your great guilt, because of your numerous sins, I have done this to you. Thus says the Lord, see, I will restore the tents of Jacob, his dwellings I will pity. City shall be rebuilt upon hill, and palace restored as it was. From them will resound songs of praise, the laughter of happy men. I will make them not few, but many. They will not be tiny, for I will glorify them. His children shall be as of old. His assembly before me shall stand firm. I will punish all their oppressors. His leader shall be one of his own, and his ruler shall come from his own king. When I summon him, he shall approach me. How else should one take the deadly risk of approaching me, says the Lord? You shall be my people, and I will be your God. The word of the Lord. Some of you may remember about 11 years ago, we had a terrible, terrible storm in May of 2009. It was called a derecho, kind of like worse than a tornado. And if you were here in Marion or in different parts of southern Illinois, you know how destructive and how violent and how rare a storm like that was. And the destruction was all over town. It was everywhere. And it took a lot of cleanup, a lot of rebuilding, a lot of work to dig out of that hole that storm had created. Destruction everywhere. In the first reading today, Jeremiah is kind of lamenting the fact to the people that, you've lost everything. God has punished you. He even said, because of your numerous sins, because of your guilt, you have all this destruction. Remember, they lost the temple, they lost Jerusalem, they lost their freedom, they lost everything. Destruction was all around them. And maybe when we had that storm in 2009, that derecho, maybe we were wondering to ourselves, why did God allow that? And maybe the Jews were saying the same thing. Why did God allow that? Why does God let these natural disasters happen? But we know the story doesn't end there, because if you listen to that whole entire reading, which is a bit lengthy, God says, I'm going to restore you. I'm going to bring you back. And just as we built back our own economy and our own way of life here in southern Illinois after that storm, the Jews did the same thing. And God blessed them. He said, from your own kin is going to come a leader to lead you. And we as Christians believe that is a prophecy about Jesus. But the whole idea of disasters, either the derecho or what happened to the Israelites in the book of Jeremiah today, it makes us wonder about disasters and why does God permit it? I don't think God permits it. It's just part of nature. Nature happens. But the trick is, do we learn from it? Do we learn from our disasters? I want to read you a little quote from Malcolm Muggeridge. He's a British author. Everything I have learned, everything that has truly enhanced and enlightened my experience has been through affliction and not through happiness. So, growing pains. Maybe they call them growing pains because it is painful. But we grow from our challenges. We grow from disasters. We grow from things. And it's my hope and prayer that from this pandemic of corona, that we can grow from this too. Be better, stronger, a nicer, more faithful and fervent people of God.